You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, guys, it's a new day. Women are actually speaking up, guys, and going after the NCAA for allowing males to come into women's sports and dominate the competition. Now, this thing is only happening on one side, guys. You're not really seeing women identifying as men and going over and dominating men's sports. It's only the female sports that the men are actually doing this, guys. And it's gotten out of control. But it definitely seems, guys, because Trump is coming back on Monday, and the House has already passed a bill to actually ban transgenders, aka boys, from competing as girls in female sports in K through 12. And I was actually curious, man. This doesn't actually apply to college. I thought that it did, but maybe it doesn't. But anyway, now women are actually standing up for themselves on the NCAA level, because the NCAA had a convention in Nashville, Tennessee, and on Wednesday, female college athletes swarmed the convention and protested and demanded that the NCAA ban transgenders from women's sports. Yes, it's a new day, man. 2025 is looking very, very bright. So let's go ahead, guys, and look at this. XY Athletics, who is a organization that promotes females in sports and is actually against the transgenders invading. I believe they're a part of this right here. So it says here, outside the NCAA convention in Nashville, Tennessee, Wednesday, protesters gathered to demand that the collegiate sports governing body ban biological males from competing in women's sports. And to me, guys, I believe it's actually pretty easy to ban them. But the NCAA doesn't have enough balls to actually do it. Inside the Gaylord Opryland Resort and Convention Center, protesters wore buttons reading "Equality is not a game" and shirts stating "Women's sports are for women" and "Take back Title IX" per ESPN. The protest was organized by Our Bodies, Our Sports Coalition and the Independent Women's Forum. So here is a clip here, and this post is actually from the Independent Women's Forum right here. Let's go ahead and look at this, guys. Here we go.
Sex matters.
Keep women's sports female.
Keep hot dogs out of women's sports.
Our bodies, our sports.
Save women's sports.
NCAA, stop discriminating.
Keep women's sports female.
Our bodies, our sports.
Equality is not a game.
Equality is not a game. It's time for the NCAA to stand with women. Women's sports are for women. Girls' sports
Are for girls only.
Women's sports are for women.
Keep women's sports female.
Our body, our sports. Save women's sports.
No, NCAA.
Yeah, you saw that right there, man. One of the first people that we heard in this clip, man, said, "Keep hot dogs out of sports." I like that one. I really, really do like that one right there, man. Because there seems to be too many hot dogs in women's sports. We just did a video the other day, guys, about now this wasn't the NCAA level. This was the high school level in California, where you actually had a male, I believe his name is Henry Hanlon, playing women's basketball in high school. Almost outscored the whole entire opposition team by himself. It's not right. Independent Women's Forum Vice President Victoria Colley told the outlet, quote, "This is just based on fairness, returning the integrity of women's sports, and making sure that the NCAA does what's right." Yeah. And so we got some more pictures here of the women actually out there of the convention. That's all of them right there. And some of the same people you actually saw in that clip right there. Their website too, ourbodiesaresports.com. Right there. So, yeah, I definitely support these women actually standing up and fighting back themselves. I've already said it before, guys, that if women actually want something to change, they're going to have to stand up and protest themselves because no one is coming to save you. I mean, we just had a vote in Congress, guys, on that, I believe it was Save Women's Fairness in Sports Act. I can't remember exactly the name of it. All Democrats except for two Texas Democrats actually voted for it. The rest of the Democrats said, nah, we like the invasion of women's sports. Yeah, they're not coming to save you. So right here it says former University of Nevada's women's volleyball co-captain and independent women's forum ambassador, Sia Lilly. She actually was a part of a team that actually, I believe, forfeited, if I'm not mistaken, against Blair Fleming. Yeah. She said she was there to, quote, demand the NCAA change their policies that discriminate on women on the basis of sex so that none of the female athletes that are up and coming have to go through the turmoil, the emotional distress, and just chaos that my team went through this year, as well as other members of the Mountain West Conference. Yeah, talking about that. So actually, this is her right here. So let's go and play this right here.
Hi, my name's Adriana. I'm here at the NCAA convention with Independent Women Ambassador Sia Lilly, and she's here to talk today about what it means that you're here. I mean, the fact that after the season you've had, having to boycott matches so you don't play against a biological male. Tell us how you feel, what you're excited about, and also what you're really asking here for.
So we're here today just to be happy warriors and demand that the NCAA change their policies that discriminate women on the basis of sex so that none of the female athletes that are up and coming have to go through the turmoil, the emotional distress, and just chaos that my team went through this year, as well as other members of the Mountain West Conference. And I think it's really important that the NCAA sees that we're here, we're not going anywhere, and that it's really hopeful, I think, because in the House it was passed, the Women in Sports Act, to pull federal funding from organizations that won't stop discriminating against women. So I'm excited.
And if you had to give any advice to any young female athletes that are aspiring to be in your shoes and play at the Division I level or any college level, what would you give them?
Keep working hard, keep being you, and just know that there are people in the background fighting so that you can be in the positions we're in. I mean, I love volleyball, and I'm so grateful and blessed to be in the position I am. And I hope that one day women can dominate the sport just like we once did.
Awesome. And last question I will give you is, if you had to describe your feelings right now, being here, being at the convention in front of leadership like Charlie Baker, how would you describe how you feel in a few words?
I would say hopeful but angry. Mostly because I am still waiting on the other shoe to drop, and that the NCAA policy finally gets changed, but I'm also angry that it has come to this point where women like me who just want to play volleyball, get an education, and further my career have to stop and fight and show you that common sense should be common sense.
Well, thank you, Sia. I'm really glad to be here with you, and thanks.
Yeah, so you guys heard that right there, man. You heard that right there. They are waking up, man. The women are waking up. Look here, it says in 2010, the NCAA adopted a policy regarding transgender athlete participation, which allowed athletes to compete in categories that did not match their birth sets. The NCAA changed its policy to be on a sport-by-sport basis in 2022, which mirrored steps taken by both the U.S. Olympic Committee and the IOC. The policy change came as the NCAA was facing backlash over trans-identified male swimmer Leah/Will Thomas. Oh, Charlie Baker, man, actually has something to say. The NCAA president, he said, quote, "We do have a situation where there is no clarity on this from a legal point of view." You have federal judges ruling on individual cases. You have 27 states with one set of rules and a bunch of other states with a whole other set of rules. I do think we would welcome some clarity somewhere on this so everyone has a general understanding about what the rules of the game are. Close quote. He said that there are fewer than 10 transgender athletes of the around 510,000 athletes competing in the NCAA. Yeah. So I believe, man, the NCAA, man, they just need to come out and say, hey, you're banned. We actually call this sport like women's basketball for a reason. Just like we have men's basketball, the NCAA men, which means it's for men. And that's based on biological sex, man. This stuff is not hard. It's not hard. But I'm going to leave right there, guys. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.